Big Bang Theory Season 6 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. If you weren't caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching The Big Bang Theory, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any sort of spoilers. This will be The Big Bang Theory Season 6, Episode 17. The title of this episode is called The Monster Isolation. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode. Raj and Lucy are on their coffee date. I believe her name is Lucy. I haven't looked up the cast list, but from watching the show when it aired, I believe that was her name. And Raj says, Raj is my name, and stars are my game is a little rhyme. He wants to hear about her, and she has to go to the bathroom. Raj has a good feeling about this as we see Lucy walk outside through the window. Fun with Flags time! Late episode, Penny joins Sheldon for Fun with Flags. Sheldon mentions that she's not a virgin, and he's heard her have coitus many times, and Penny actually gives Sheldon some tips about body language while doing videos. Sheldon tries to relax, but it makes him look more weird and awkward, and she asks about the Nebraska state flag. Howard feels that Raj is in trouble, so Leonard, Bernadette, and Howard stop by Raj's place, and Raj's place is a mess, and it smells kind of ripe in there, Bernadette says. He says Lucy snuck out the bathroom window. Raj wants to be left alone. Sheldon has a Skype session with Amy. Good news, the latest episode of Fun with Flags is online. If it went better than he thought with Penny. Amy asks Sheldon if he told Penny how helpful she was, and he says no. Amy says maybe he should. So Sheldon leaves right away, leaving Amy on the webcam or the Skype call to go talk to Penny. Penny opens the door before Sheldon is able to do his Penny, 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 and Penny can tell that he wants to do that. So as he's talking with her, he's like, Penny, Penny. Yeah, it's pretty hilarious. But the answer to who did a great job is you, Sheldon says. He just made Penny's day. Penny wants to put Amy and Sheldon on a guest list for her acting class to see a play. So her acting class is having a play that he wants them to come see. And he says, that sounds terrible. Why would I want to do that? And walks away. That was pretty funny, actually. Rude as hell, but funny. And he goes to talk to Amy again on the Skype call. And Amy says he needs to reciprocate and go see the play. Penny did nice things for him. He needs to return the favor. He tells her he'll go to the play, and Penny says she doesn't want him to go unless he wants to go. And then Sheldon mentions at the university, I believe. It was at the comic book store, that he hasn't seen Raj in a while. Do we need to find a replacement? And then we see, again, Lucy, I think her name was. I didn't look it up. I'm just trying to remember from when I was watching the show live. She comes back to the comic book store and talks to Stuart. And he's like, yeah, you're the one that left with Raj. And then Howard overhears this and says, you left my friend devastated. And Lucy wants Howard to give a note to Raj. I believe the note's just her phone number, but there might have been a note in there like, I'm sorry I left you or something like that. And Howard says, if you go running out on him again, you'll only get 3 or 4 more chances before your history. Howard tells Raj she came back. This is good news. You should celebrate. And Raj wants nothing to do with any woman. Raj doesn't want her number, so he has Howard take it back. And as Howard leaves and he's walking outside, Raj, who was in his underwear this whole time, by the way, comes running outside, still in his underwear, yelling, give me the number, give me the number. So he changed his mind. And then Amy, we find out, can't work with animals anymore because she threw feces at them, but it's apparently okay when they do it to her. And then Leonard makes Sheldon give up his PSP, Nintendo DS, his actual cube, and all the other game systems that are handheld to go to Penny's play. He even pulls out an Etch-a-Sketch out of his behind. And Lucy actually goes over to Raj's place to apologize for running out on him at the coffee shop. She says she kind of has a hard time doing things with other people she doesn't know. She says she's broken, and Raj says, "Me too! I couldn't talk to you without this beer." Sheldon asks, when do they get to see the part about the streetcars? Because Penny's plays a streetcar named Desire. And Sheldon asks, how can she remember all those lines? But as a waitress, she can't remember no tomato on my hamburger. But he thinks she's doing a good job. And he's impressed by what Penny can do as an actress. And that's the line about the hamburger part. That's what ends the episode. So pretty funny stuff in this episode. I'm going to give it an 8.2 out of 10. My character of the episode, I'm going back and forth between Sheldon and Penny. Sheldon wins it a lot, so I'm going to give Penny the character of the episode because she was a focal point on this one. And as many of you know, I rate Penny in every episode because that's the reason why I started watching The Big Bang Theory, or I should say continued to watch The Big Bang Theory because I saw her. I'm going to rate Penny an 8.8 out of 10 in this episode. So you've heard what I have to say. Now, of course, it's your turn. If you're a fan of The Big Bang Theory and want to help me out with the YouTube algorithm, what are you waiting for? Hulk smash that like button. I'll wait. Share the video. Put this video on any one of your social media platforms. Don't forget to sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode of The Big Bang Theory. What would you score it? Who would be your character of the episode? If you want to rate Penny like I do, you can go ahead and do that. And any funny moments that you want to talk about. This episode had some very funny moments, especially when Sheldon said to Penny, "That's a stupid idea. Why would I want to do that?" And runs back in his apartment. And then last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. Subscribe to the channel. You're watching the video anyway. Join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.